just going to wait for people to show up before we talk about Apple. I just put the stream out. So what I will be doing is talking about AAPL, especially when people do show up. We will start, but we will wait. But we will be talking about Apple. Hello, 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 people. Make sure you post some comments. We are just waiting for people to come. You know, I just posted it. Still, these live streams, not everybody knows when I'm going to do them. Yes, hi, Harley. How are you? Good evening. Yes. Like I said, we're going to be waiting for people before we start. We're going to focus on the stocks, Apple, you know, the market in general, the new plans I've been talking about. Hello, Geronimo. Is it Geronimo from Argentina? Hello, how are you? Argentina, eh? Wow, look at that. Yeah, I got most people are from the U.S. that follow me. So people, we're going to wait, let more people come in, and then we're going to talk about Apple, and then we'll talk about other stocks as well. So let's just wait for more people to show up. I just started this stream, right? So right now it's 2 minutes into the stream, and what I will do is I will say, okay, you know, if you want to start hearing Apple, you know, we might be doing it 10 minutes into the stream. Keep that in mind, and you could just go to the 10-minute mark and check. Houston here. Yeah, US, yeah. You know, this is not the best time to do live streams. This is depends, you know, like yesterday I did a live stream around this time, and a lot of people showed up. You know, it depends. You know, it's a funny thing because this is not the best time. People, you know, I find it hasn't been the best time, but it wasn't too bad yesterday. I am one of the brothers you're with that bothers you with TSLA and oh yeah, I know. Yes. Yeah, TSLA. We'll have to see tomorrow's movement. It's was a bit of a letdown. What can I say? It's it gave a signal, and the way they pulled it back with I guess with Apple. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about Apple, P-Player. I'm going to talk about Apple here. I'm going to tell you guys the facts, okay? Basically, because I took a look at this and this type of pullback and what it means, and we're going to, the market is going to give us an answer, okay? Like, I'm not going to tell you guys guesses like a lot of people out there, because you cannot guess this signal, and I'm going to explain you why. Yeah, it was a sign up. People, look at. I had the sign. You know something? I had the sign. You remember I made a. I talked about the 160. Now I didn't expect Apple to fall as far as it did, but yeah, that's right. That after hours was a sign. But we needed to see what they do in the morning. You know, sometimes after hours is weak, and then in the morning there is not as weak. But it was actually more weak. Yes, hello, Jacqueline. We're going to be talking about Apple, people. We're letting more people come in. You know, it's only been 4 minutes into the stream, so let's get more people in. We'll see in 10 minutes. All right, people. More and more people are coming in. That's good. We're going to be talking about Apple, people. Well, I'm going to tell you something else. I'm going to talk about Apple very differently, because what this guy is saying, what the fast guy money is saying, I'm going to answer. I'm going to tell you guys some statistical measurements that we got to watch for, okay? Because there's a few possibilities, but it also depends on the action of Apple. So I'm going to explain this, okay, people? And then we're going to talk about after you know, right? We're going to talk about a few good stocks to watch, you know, because Apple, it's going to need some time. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We need some actionary statistical measurement now. See, I'm going to talk about Apple like if I was looking at Apple right now, I wouldn't be making a plan for it. because it's not ready. But I would be watching because it's Apple. I'm going to treat this a little bit differently. If it wasn't Apple, I wouldn't even look at the stock right now. That's you want to know something, people? That's the reality. I wouldn't be looking at Apple right now because there's better stock setups than Apple at this moment in time to make money, right? Such as X, FCX, on confirmation, Lulu, and even Netflix. We're going to talk about Netflix, people. But Apple is not the best setup right now to make money. It's not. It's going to be good one of these days. There's going to be a great opportunity in Apple. But right now we need the market to tell us more information, and I'm going to explain you why, people. Let's just wait for the people to come in. Right now, it's 6 minutes into the stream. We haven't, just to let people know if they're watching the stream, we haven't really talked about Apple yet, but we are. We are going to talk about Apple because that's what I promised I was going to do and explain it with statistical measurement, with facts, with this, with the truth, not guessing. I'm going to explain it, what I see, and we're going to let the market tell us more information. That's what the market has to do. Right? Because after I explain this, it's going to make sense to you guys. And then, of course, I'll be making more updates, but I'm going to explain some key things that I'm watching right now. You didn't jinx anything, P-Player. This is the way it's supposed to be. You didn't jinx nothing, P-Player. This is not about jinx. You know, there's no jinx in this shit, man. This is all statistical measurement, all price action. You know, there was a warning from Apple. I knew there was. Listen to me. I want to tell you something, people, as you're in here. You know something? The way Apple moved, this whole friggin' move has been. I mean, this is the only time it was good. These 2 days made some nice money in the options. I decided, to be honest with people, I decided to do, I said, like I said, I decided to take profits on this day. You heard me talk about the 160 level. I could see it. I said, I think we're going to pull back first. Now, I wasn't expecting this pullback, right? I said, we're going to pull back first. We're going to get a better entry. I'm going to take profits. I'll pay for, if I'm wrong, I'll pay for the power. Well, I wasn't wrong. Remember, I explained that. Okay, people? Like they're selling it after hours a few cents again. Yeah, but there's not much. But that's right. There's not, okay. This time there's not much selling, but there's not much power either. And I'm going to explain that. Okay, I'm going to explain that. Let's try to get more people in this stream. And what we'll do is maybe we'll do a double Apple talk. So let's give us. We're going to start in about 10 minutes talking about Apple. I'm going to talk about the key measurements, people. In the meantime, people, you know, introduce yourself. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to start in a few minutes, and you know, people can listen to the live stream. I'm going to not try to make this live stream with great information to the people who are, and they can listen to the live stream later on. We don't want to make this live stream too long either, right? Because, you know, I have no idea when's the best time to do these live streams, or if they're late, it's not good for me. So I have no idea. I just know this is not the best time. That's what I do know. You just never know, right? It's only the first 10 minutes. Let's see what my stream is showing on this, about this thing here. Yeah, you know, I don't know why the stupid thing doesn't show the live stream video. All right, people, we're going to be talking about Apple very soon, right? We're going to be talking about Apple, so be patient, people. In the meantime, don't be afraid to post messages, people. Post. What kind of moves do you expect for tomorrow? Well, you know, and Nat, I'm going to talk about that. This is great stuff, Sandra, from a long-term. Yeah, I made a lot of plans. I'm going to be talking about Apple, really, people. We're going to talk about Apple. You know, this is no surprise to me. What's happened? I mean, I didn't expect this kind of pullback, but Apple is going to be is not going to be as easy as before. Yeah, Nvidia made a nice comeback, and well, see, look at Nvidia is very strong, and so is Netflix, by the way. And I'm going to be talking about Netflix, and make sure, people, you pay attention to FCX for confirmation. I'm going to talk about the confirmation. Okay, I made a plan on it. I'm going to talk about X. I mean, I posted it, and I'm going to talk about Netflix too, right? We're going to talk about the, just let's talk about the stocks I posted, Lulu, the related stuff. Okay, people, let's really focus on that today. Now it's 10 minutes into the thing. Let's talk about Apple, people, and maybe we'll talk about it a few times for the people who come in a little later. All right, people. So listen. It's now, we'll say it's 10 minutes into the video. 10:35. Yeah. Okay. So listen. This is what I think. This is what I think here. This day here, I call it a pivotal day based on not just these charts, but a lot of things I looked at. What do I mean by pivotal day? Well, if Apple gets above 157.08 and we base above that and show power towards the 158 area, then all bets are off that this is going lower. But that's what it has to do. And you know what? Because this is in a chop zone. And the chop zone starts around 158 to the 154.90, 154.84 support. 85 support. Okay? So, is the 155 max pain? No. Because it's up to the market here. What I can tell you is this. If they crack below 154.84, then they can go test this gap over here. And the gap is 153.48. Now, there's a lot of power, there's a lot of support in this 153.48, we'll say 153 area, okay? But if that gives way, don't forget, people, there's another gap over here. And if for all you know, Apple could come test here. And then it's a matter of how it defends this level. These are the possibilities. I'm going to talk the honest to God possibilities. Now, how do we reverse this? Well, Apple will show us if it finds the support in the key areas I'm talking about. The key areas, most people think it's 155, but yes, it could be. I mean, that's a common area, but the Apple will can play the games. Doesn't mean it can crack right through 155 and try to test, like I told you, right over here. Here there's a gap. You see here? There's a gap here, okay? Which is in the 153.70 area. So 154 to 153 is a possibility. Why the drop today? Can you hear me? No, I can't hear you, Ella. All I can do is see your messages. That's a lot of people are showing up here now. That's good. So I started this perfectly. 10 minutes, not bad. Yeah, some sort of news came out. It's all about the iPhone. There's a lot of negativity, but the company is a solid company making lots of money. Yeah. But then all of a sudden they're going to have good iPhone sales, and then this can flip around. Again, people, this is what. Listen, let's talk again. So people who miss it, let's say it. Let me explain this again. This is pivotal point right here. Above 157, that's a good sign, and not just getting above it, but staying above that. Below today's low, 152.02. And they can test lower. Now, let me tell you something, people. Apple is, you know something about Apple? Apple can go to the 200, for example, it's a bullish. Look at the 200-day moving average. Okay, the 200-day moving average is 146. Apple is bullish even if it was to go to 146. I'm just saying, not that it's going to go there. It could, though, by the way. Again, we need statistical measurement. Right now, Apple is going to set up. It's going to give us more clues. But let me explain again, people. Let's talk about it one more time. Here's the pivot day. This day here is, I call, a pivotal day. Below this, and we can have all these tests. First test, 153.70 area, 153 area. If they hold support and they start to build something, then we got to look for the power. I'll have to make a but if they don't hold that, right? Even if they try to go up, it doesn't matter. We got to get above this negative day, which is 105. Listen. Just above here, many people were thinking, oh, it would be a great buy to buy Apple at 157. So what's the big deal if you have to buy proof at 158? Not saying that we have to wait that high, but right now as it stands, yeah, you kind of do. Because until you get above 157, until we see the power, what's above 157, we don't know how much they want to test Apple lower. This is the truth. Now, anybody saying anything otherwise is guessing, because today's action, look at the volume, right? This is not some joke here. This is they want to screw the option players, especially the October 20 calls. And the way to do that is they got to keep this pressure down here. They can fluctuate in here, in this bar. 157 is key, and this low is key. And how we act there, people, is the truth of Apple. And Apple can go lower. That's the truth. I tell it how it is. I'm bullish. I'm bullish Apple, but in the short term, a pullback would create opportunity to get better long-term option prices. It's not the worst of things. But until we get all the statistical measurement, people, earnings would be bad. Wait for, yeah, you know what? Earnings, and again, even if earnings are, that's another thing. Earnings will have to be weighted. You know what? The question I had was, can Apple go and test 164? But you know what? Now the question is not, we don't know whether they're going to even try to run it to earnings. Earnings are November the 2nd. Okay, so who knows? Like I said, people, let's keep it simple here. This is a pivotal day right here. Okay, nobody knows the future. What I do know is this is a pivotal day. Above 157, that's good for Apple. That means Apple doesn't want to test lower anymore. Below 152.02, yes, 155 is support, but they can crack the support and then they go test 54 area, 153 area, between 154 to 153, and we'll see what kind of strength there is there. And this may not happen. I'm just saying this is the possibility, right? And then, if not here, there is no reason for them not to go test 150 again. This is the reality. This is the reality. And then, of course, they might take it down and have a good move back to 160 on earnings day. Listen, those are the possibilities, because Apple now is in a massive chop zone of a 165, which was a 165, 166, which was a resistance, to this 150 area. That's the 15-point swing. That's the reality of Apple right now, in my opinion. Bullish stock, very strong trend, but it's got to find itself, and then it's going to give us, it's going to be good. You know what? It could be after earnings, could be when Apple becomes really good for making a lot of great money. And again, we got to watch what happens here. I'm going to get more information, but right now, all I can tell you right now, this is a pivotal zone. Now let's talk about other things, people. Anybody have any questions about Netflix? So we can talk about Netflix next. Let's talk about Netflix, people. I'm going to talk about Netflix. So let's talk about Netflix, okay? Let me talk about Netflix now, people. Yeah, now this stock here, different animal. Now this guy here, let me talk about Netflix. Now, if Netflix can show power, okay, we might get an entry. Let me show you. Let me put up the options over here, options chain here, October the 27th. So we'll put up this up, and these 200 calls, okay, they're at $128. Now these are good to use too, 197.5 to 200. Now, what I'm looking for is what kind of power does Netflix show tomorrow. Now, if we show a lot of volume, like a million on a 10-minute chart, cracking through 196, that would be a good sign. If not, watch for basic above 196. Look for power towards 196. The reactionary zones, another key actionary zone is really right in the 198 to 199 area. So for all I know, we might get a good entry point where you have to hold Netflix right into next week. Because, if Netflix can confirm properly, this one could be a really good mover. They're setting Netflix up, in my opinion, to go to 205, 210 area, or sorry, 205 to 215 area. And so these options can make money because they had fantastic earnings, but they screwed the option players. How do I know this? I saw the October 200 calls. Do you know how much they were before earnings? They were in the $900 area. So these options are a steal, people, a steal to make great dollar bills. So these are the two I'm looking for, 197.50 to 200. And go see my, that video I showed you on my stream. I posted the last huge winning trade. So when it comes to identifying great winning trades, now this stock, if it doesn't want to confirm, they might base around. But there's something, I can tell you one thing: we need power and pressure and volume in towards the 198 to 199 area. But if we can get that signal in the 190s, the earlier signals will be the 196 to 197 area with a million on a 10. The one thing I can tell you, people, I tell you this now. You remember this Netflix trade day. Look at the volume. What is it? Yeah, it shows 19.4 million. Okay, this day here. Now, today's volume was low. Doesn't matter, but I'm saying one thing I know about Netflix, when it's set up, and it's kind of set up now, because this is a great pivotal zone here, okay? It's set up to go up in this area. The key is waiting for the confirmation, right? Because this stock is if there's a stock that you want to pay attention to, it's Netflix. Okay, much easier to trade than Apple right now. Apple is not such a good stock right now. I will look for better. I want to see more action. Okay, a lot of people asking me things here. Okay, no BA today. I don't want to talk about BA, Nvidia. Yeah, and 1 second here. Show this message. I'm going for 200. What's the wrong with that? Next week calls, yeah. Like I showing you here, you see October 27. These are the calls, the 200 or the 197.5 calls. But we need power, we need pressure, we need the confirmation. Now, make sure you listen to what I said, what I was explaining, right? Can you talk about, no, I don't want to talk about ADB. ADB made a good move today. I think ADB might need some time to relax, It's like an IBM, they make great moves, and they could move higher, But you see, this stock here had a great earnings, and they pulled it back, and here's like a bull flag here. Think of this as a flag here, right? And it needs the power, but there is something. This area here, we want power towards it, not stinking low volume. See, stinking low volume may mean that they may need some time. So if the volume is good, 1 million, something like 800K to 1 million on a 10-minute chart as it smashes through the 196 area, that could be a early entry, and you hold it. And as long as we stay above 196, 197, as you're holding those options, you hold them, because you might have to hold this because they might stop at that 199, 198, 199 area. And again, let's see if they can show the volume and power. If they can show the volume and power tomorrow in that 196 to 197 area, that could be an early entry to engage in those options. You know what? They massacred the options. They made them cheap, but they made them high reward now for the people who buy them now. But the question is, are they going to try to close it into that? Because that's the key area to show power and strength towards that 198 and close around that 198. And by the way, on Friday, if they were able to get to 200, man, that would be a great sign to be inside those options. So that's what I'm looking for. Tesla, we'll see the power, and I mean Tesla, if it shows power, really, we got to get it to get back and close around 362. Tesla. I lost money in Tesla this time, so we'll see if there's the power. I'm holding them in loss, but if there's a magical power, maybe we lose a lot. We lose a lot less if we get the power. It's not set up, but what's hot right now is Netflix. Netflix is hot, and X is hot, people. Let me put up X. I talked about X. See, here's the option chain for X. And now for X, now why you want to go into X? Well, it's in an actionary zone, and if we see power in volume, you want volume. See, volume has been escalating in X. Now these stocks, yeah. I told you, P-Player. Did you hear what I said about Apple, people? We'll talk about Apple again because some people may want to hear. Apple is going to need some time. What you want to focus on if you want to make money, you want to focus on stocks like Netflix, like X. The material stocks are hot, like the copper and steel, right? Look at the volume today. Look at the power, the strength. You know what I'm saying, people? And let me show you. I posted this. They see this 28 calls. Look at this, people. 1.6K. A lot of trading in these. So these are the ones I'm focusing on. And you know how much you can make in this? 200% gains. I estimate they might confirm at about 100 and let's say 160 to $180 per option. That can do 200% because the material stocks like FCX are hot. So let's go to FCX, people. Let me show you. Let's talk about FCX now. FCX. All right. I like this too, right? Now, why you don't want to listen? You want to be patient. You want to buy November options, right? But listen carefully. I'm going to tell you the confirmation on this. FCX is a stock that can move. Minimum you want to buy. I'm going to show you here the options here. Get to the options chain. We're going to go to the November 17 options. Um, you see, look at how much 6.7K were traded. Now, the 15 in the money calls, well, they're close in the money, only 50 or 60 cents right now. On confirmation, I project 75 to 85. Now, what's the confirmation? Well, we want to see some volume and power through 15. If we get that, if not, watch for basic above 15 and look for power towards 15.15, 15.15 to 15.25. That, I think, is going to be a good time to engage with those options. And how much can you make with FCX? Tons of money. Now, they didn't trade it, even the 14 calls in the money, 14 calls, even better, right? If you want to go, I'll tell you some other suggestions, people. If you want to go with December, you pay a little bit more. You can go with December calls, the December 15 calls. They cost 80 cents right now, so maybe they didn't trade as many, but you know what? They're trading good. The spreads are tight, and you know the amount of money you're going to make. A lot, because this thing can go to 18. So you know these options can make 300% gains. All right. So minimum though, but I think there's plenty of the way this is set up. The 14 or the 15 calls for FCX could be used, people. Nice to see. Yes. Oh, yeah. FedEx. Now let me talk about FedEx, people. Yeah. Good. Did you mention? Remember, we're going to talk about FedEx. So listen, people. FedEx is something I've been in already, holding this sucker. Okay. Now let me tell you about. Look at the volume today. Let me tell you about FedEx. FedEx is a plan I made. What I had to do because they pulled it back, because I averaged in more, because this is a stock has a powerful support at 220, and big money is inside. See this volume day is powerful support day. Notice the stock showing the power and reflipping very quickly. See, people don't listen. When I talked about FedEx is something you want to hold, because this sucker is going to can go to 230. I got the November calls, November 17. When this son of a bitch, when this sucker pops through these levels, and it can do so maybe in a week or so. Yeah, November 230s. That's right. My average is like $150 an option. I'm holding this because I know big money is in here, like BA, people. And then boom, this thing is going to wake up, because shipping companies are hot. And FedEx is hot, and big money's inside here. How do I tell you right here? This is the reason. Here and here. These days, this and this is telling you something, okay? What they did, they played games. They came and test this area again, and now we're going up. But this time we're gonna, as we go, once the power comes, boom, we can fly. Now it can happen in a week from now, in a couple of days from now. But I suggest I figure in a couple, between a week or two from now, I'm gonna be smiling with FedEx making the dollar bills. High flyer guy, gonna be laughing at him. High flyer guy, just for comedy's sakes, shorted IBM. Let's just talk fun about the high flyer, hashtag high flyer guy. Well, it's hashtag high flyer, but then if you go hashtag high flyer, you know who I'm talking about, IBM. Now, that smart guy, he shorted the stock pre-market 154, and look at where it is, 160. Now, this stock here, in my opinion, can go higher. It's one of those things, This is very strong IBM now. But I think I would like it to relax a little bit, And the high flyer, you're going to get squeezed like a lemon, like win. For people who like the high flyer guy, and if he's listening, you're getting squeezed like a lemon. You're going to get squeezed because you don't know nothing what you're doing. You know how to guess. Okay. Let's go back to Apple. So people, we'll go back to the other stocks. So like I said, people, Apple weak right now. Apple in a decision zone. In other words, above this is good, below this is not good, and we have this to test and this to test. We have the 154 to 153 that could be tested. No, doesn't mean it's going to have to happen. That's right, people. You're laughing about me, but or we can come test over here. You know what, people? If they want to test Apple lower, what a gift that will be. My humble opinion, a gift. This stock makes money hand over fist. You know, if anything, this is just BS happening here, and this is just to get for them to screw the option players, in my opinion. They're not making it easy for the option play. They haven't made it easy all through. This whole thing was a mess the way they got it up here. I complained about it, but then they finally made a nice move, and then I didn't like this action this day, and right away the market was telling me it should have been more smooth. And if it was more smooth, we wouldn't be talking about this today, people. But I made the warning sign on my stream. Anybody else want me to take a little bit of break? Yeah, J&J, man, was really nice. Anybody want to do a little bit of fun? Anybody want to, anybody out there want to have any comments or me talk about the hashtag high flyer? I was thinking about making fun of that guy sometimes in the stream in terms of making, I don't know if that makes the videos more fun. They will sell every 10. I can tell you, some fun stories. You guys want to hear fun stories of the high flyer guy? And that way when you watch his stream, you can laugh with me. If I tell you a story about wind, I'm telling you, you don't want to be like, listen, people, you don't want to guess in the morning. Oh, is yeah, stock bookie. Like P. Shelley knows stock bookie. She typed it, stock bookie. Yeah. Oh, that's the clown bookie. let me tell you a story about this guy. This is where me and him started with a feud, and he blocked me because I kept on burning him like you know what he's listen, that's why you don't want to guess, people. Let me what am I telling you about this guy? This guy is the best teacher of not to guess. I tell you this true story, people. I swear to you. I talked about where is it? Yeah. I'll be honest with you. There was a breakout play in Win, and the guy started shorting Win right around this 106 area here. This day, right around here, people. Believe it or not, yeah. And then he said, "I'm adding at 108." And then he added again in the 115, and then even over here. And to this day, look where the stock is from his guessing. Squeezed like a lemon. He's still wrong. He says, "Wait for it. I'm in shares. It doesn't matter." Well, if you want to be like that guy, people, that's what happens when you're wrong. You lose. The high flyer guy is the most funniest thing, and he'll never talk about Win. He never admits he's wrong. He's still right in his opinion. Guys, people, do people have the room to have a stop loss of $20, $30? And he's still, according to him, he's still short Win. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, people have told me that they were listening to that yo-yo bird and they lost thousands of dollars. Because you know what? Unless you have a $1 million account, okay, and you want to have a 20-point stop, he catches crumbs. He was shorting NVIDIA, he shorted IWM. He's been wrong so many things. You don't want to guess the market. You know the moral of the story, why I talk about this, people? Because that guy there, I couldn't, he's the funniest thing I ever seen. Rod, yo, show. Yeah, yeah, Rodney, new member. Very nice to have found you on the ST, and glad. Yes, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow me on PowerTarget Trade. Yeah, he sounds too confident. He's you know what? He catches crumbs. He catches crumbs. He tries to show himself that he says he's the wizard, and what he says on his stream is wrong. Poor people who listen to that guy. Oh my! But they think sometimes he. The more you follow him, the more you realize what a nutbag he is. Anyways, people, true story of Win. And to this day, he won't admit it, he's wrong. I don't trade like that. You know what? Things don't work out, I move on. I go to the next plan. That's how you make money. Yeah, maybe he is a Mickey Mouse trader. Yeah, like I said to you, the guy catches crumbs. The guy shorted IBM at 154. He's still in it. He told me. I asked him, you still... somebody asked for me. See, he blocked me. So somebody is asked for me and tells me, reports to me because he asked him a question. You know, the true story. There's a guy who asked a question and he really was rude to him. And then he found out about me. He made up all bad things about me. When he found my stream, this guy, he told me about him, and he's been messaging me, and I've been telling him how to respond to him. He's been having a field day with that guy. He says he has fun with these messages towards the stock rookie. Okay, anyways, back to Apple, people. pivotal point, people, remember, this day here, above, it's very good. But until it gets above it, this is a pivotal zone day. Remember, pivotal zone. I'll make more updates. But that's the reality. Can Apple test lower? Yes, people. Yes, it can. And it can go test right to 150. To be honest with you, right to 150. That's why I'm waiting for re-entry with options in Apple. But especially what happened today. What I like again, people, FCX, X, Lulu on confirmation, especially Lulu. Okay, let's talk about Lulu, people. Let's talk about Lulu. Lulu. See, Lulu today, you know, it showed power, and so basically we want to see power through 60.50 to 61. And you want to go long with the November 60 calls, or I think 62.5 calls. Let's take a look at the options chain. November. This one can make a lot of money because all the bad news is all good stuff here. You know, today there wasn't a lot of trading in the options, but you see the ones that traded the most was the 60. So these 60 calls are really good to use. So maybe they might average of $220 to $230 per option. 575 were traded, but this will make a lot of money because I think if we could confirm, easily they're going to go test a gap, but could break out too and test 65, making 300% gains in the Lulu option. So look for power through 60.50 to 61. Neither volume will show up or price power. If you see some, if it looks weak, you can look for some basing of 60.50, look for power to 61. I like it in that zone. All right, so I like FCX. FCX, oh yeah, beautiful stock. And Netflix, oh yeah, Netflix can pay. You know what? They had great earnings. Got a bull flag here, people. Volume, you know what? Volume. When you see volume, just go, yeah. It's all my and volume in my numbers, and you can just go. You can say hello to the dollar bills. You know. The thing is, I think that the most they might take this up is to the $200 zone. If all acts well. Now the volume suck oils, that's okay. And they just kind of base it around this area, then maybe Monday we might get the strong. I'll make an update. Well, we'll see. So for tomorrow, we'll see if we get the volume and the power and the pressure. I gotta see. But I think Netflix is setting up to make a nice move into the 205 to 210, 215 area to squeeze yo-yo birds like the like the stock a clown, we'll call him. And a lot of people have been burnt through him. Never wrong, never wrong, never wrong, never wrong. No. Never wrong, guys. Never wrong. Just been wrong since. I swear to you, I swear to you, from 106 win, from 106 to 108. Hold me. Wait for it. And it was breaking out. I was talking about option play as it was breaking out from 106 to 110. At the time, my targets were like 115. Then from there, Win never made any great option plays anymore. But I knew it wasn't a short, and then kept going up higher and higher, and it just was never easy anymore to make option plays and win. But it's been much higher. At least I'm not short and holding shares short and just adding and adding and adding and waiting for the magical pullback. You know, what kind of investing is that? Anyways, people. Yes, Jacqueline. Hello. How are you? Oh, a lot of people. I feel bad for all the people selling, especially if a loss. All Cook has to do is make a statement. Well, no, it's just part of the game. P-player, it's just part of the game. I thought confirmation for Lulu was above. You know, you know what? The thing above Lulu today was the volume. You know, I said if the volume isn't there, we'll watch for some basing. There's, you know, I talked about it. If you listen to my video, you got to listen to. I want you to go listen to my video. You're going to see what I said. I did not say simply get above 615. Never did I say that. If we said some, we never. I said if we get the volume, but if we don't get the volume, which it did it all late, so it's okay. Look at Lulu is a good buy in the 60, 50 to 61 zone. No, it's good, but it's close to confirm. Papatina, it's closer to unheard. Just repeated last night. Apple's news and stocks are selling off. People just that uninformed. No, it's got nothing to do with the thing. Listen, they knew about it. Listen, the action of the you know, when the hell do you see me post, oh, Apple was up, Apple loses 160, it's going to go test. What do you? But I knew there was a problem, people. But you know what I said? You know what I said? You know what I said to myself? I'm going to take profits. If I have to pay for the proof, I'm going to have to pay for the proof. And I took that chance that I was going to be right, that there was going to be a pullback. But I didn't expect to pull back to that number. I expected to pull back to 159. So, but then when we saw that sell-off, I go, Madonna mia, you know, I'm going to get a better opportunity now. And then this sell-off was very weak. You know, they kept Apple very weak. Okay. And so what that tells me, people, let's get back to Apple, because people ask me about Apple. Maybe they join later. We'll get back to Apple. We could talk about the clown. We could talk about a lot of fun things, but it's all about the dollar bills. Yes, I said, people, listen to me. This is a pivotal day. Listen, this is from an expert analysis. No guessing around like you're going to hear out there. It's very simple. This day here, I call it a pivotal day. And let me tell you what this pivotal day means. It means how we handle that bar. If we go below that bar, they can go test 153 to 154. If they get above that bar and base above it, then all is well. All is fine. Yeah, no, but the entire market didn't sell off, ting tong. No. You take a look at FedEx. Are you kidding me? Did FedEx sell off? Did Netflix set off? You're misinformed, ting tong. It's Apple with the problem. Look. You know what they did? Netflix was they bought the dip for Netflix. So I talked about Netflix. I like Netflix. Netflix has a nice blue flag. Yeah. Gonna squeeze yo-yo stock bookie. They're setting up for a squeeze. I don't know if they do. They might start tomorrow. I explained that. You're gonna have to listen to the stream. Low. I tell you, low's lacking a lot of power. I don't like low right now. No, low needs some time. That's the reality of low. You know what's hot right now, people? Metals, copper, FCX on confirmation, X, steel. Okay, hot. Big money in that to be made. Netflix, hot. Very hot stock to watch. Could be good could be starting good for Friday or next week. Hot. Very soon. It's going to be good. Well, but we're going to see the action. I'll be making updates. But right now, Lululemon, beautiful setup. Oh yeah. FedEx, yeah, FedEx. Yep. Yeah, but it's set up. See, Etang. Again, remember, confirmation. I don't care what I say, but I say if FCX confirms, like I explained, just look for volume and power and pressure as and how it trades in the 15 to 1525 zone. Yeah, FCX, right? Listen. That's a flag. Bull flag. Very strong pattern. Good volume. Let the power and pressure come. You see this bar here? Trust me when I'm telling you. They had a downgrade. They want to make it go up. But I'm going to wait for the confirmation. They're making the options cheaper, making it more money for the people who are waiting and less risk. You want to go with in the money calls, people. In the money calls. Oh, it's a good show up of people today in this thing. People, don't be afraid to put messages, people. If I haven't answered you, send the message again, you know, because I'm new to doing streams. I haven't done live streams, that many live streams, and you get better at things as you do things, you know. But I've been having a lot of fun doing these live streams. I had an issue before, but I fixed the problem now, and now my live streams work perfectly. You know, so you know what I say to the high flyer? There. Hashtag high flyer. There. Now look at my live stream. more views in your live stream. Useless live streams. Yeah. Tesla's got to get back to the 360 zone. We got to get a good close over there. We'll see what it does. Yeah, BAPA, you know, is I'm not going to talk about BABA, but you know what? Because these, I don't like these Chinese stocks. They're so you know, they're not the, you know what, I don't like them. Well, I tell you what I do like. I like the steel. I like Netflix. You know what? Netflix is a hot stock to watch. You know, our last plan, 300% gains, and it could do a nice strong gains as well if we get the right action. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sounds like you might be tipping the bottle a bit today. Tipping the bottle a bit, Jason. No, no, no. I'm having fun. Yep. No, no, no Nike, no Guild. We talking about Apple, FCX, Lulu, Netflix. Well, much more life. You know what? Actually, there's even more viewing today. I have fun doing these. I had, what do you mean? Tons of life yesterday. I had fun doing these the live streams. You know, I have a lot. You know why I'm happy, Jason? Because I see a lot of potential, lots of opportunity to make money. You know, you know what? That doesn't really matter. You know what really matters, Patrick. And what matters is what does the stream or the plans do for you, right? How much money can you make? Everybody doesn't realize that. I gave the example with Warren, not with Warren Buffett, with a billionaire. Okay, so if a billionaire, he's a billionaire, and he should make you a lot of money. But does the advice of a billionaire really make you money if you're an Apple long? He was saying, people, let me quote what he said. Carl Icahn said that Apple was a no-brainer. Okay, and Apple was in the 100, it was having issues in the 100 zone. I think it was a 100 zone or whatever. And you know, Apple was having trouble, and they got it down to $90 just not too long ago, right? And so he bailed on Apple. Meanwhile, there was all these opportunities, and Warren Buffett stepped in. Apple gap up or down. Okay, look it. There's no. I don't know what Apple's going to do. We're going to let Apple tell us. I told you. Let me go back to Apple here quickly about Apple. This is the reality of Apple. You know, it's not looking good. My reality is this day here is called a decision zone. And what does that mean? That means how we act to the low of this bar to the high of this bar. We need to get above this bar and all bets are off for lower. That's my opinion. But if we get below this bar, then they can go test 154. So if there's any weakness through 155 to 150, you know, they might play around, and if they make a little bit of a bounce, it won't make a difference. If till we get above this bar right now, as it stands, Apple is set up to test 153 to even the 150 area. That's the reality. Yeah, I'm still in Tesla, losing my money in Tesla, but yeah, I'm still in Tesla. I position myself. Listen, I made a lot of money in Tesla this time. I might get lucky and take smaller losses, but that's how it is with Tesla, because it did do the signals, but then they sold it off due to the market sell off, and it could. But the thing about Tesla is it could rebound very powerfully, and if it doesn't, well, oh well. You know what? I'll make my money back in great plans like Netflix. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, made a lot of money in Nvidia, a lot of money. So Gleason, but that's a different Patrick. Are you the same Patrick? Sandra, remember what happened on October, the earnings back? Nobody said the fours would sell, then look what happened. Yeah, you know, like I said, we're going to find out. You know what? When earnings come out, you know, another pivotal zone for Apple is the 160, the highs, right? But we don't know whether they want to keep Apple lower when earnings come out. We don't know nothing. We know Apple's in a big fucking, and to be honest, this is a big chop zone, excuse my language. And the chop zone right now is 150 to 165. Yep, that's right. It's exactly what it is, people. It's not easy to trade Apple. You know, I complained about this. I don't know, before we made some nice gains over here, I complained about Apple's this was lackluster. My last update that did work, it did work. Then I warned about the 160, and then we had this kapoom. This has been hard to trade Apple. So let me tell you, people, Apple, I don't like Apple right now. Netflix, X, Lulu, right? These are hot stocks. FCX, hot stocks. Money could be made in those. On confirmation, FedEx. Oh yeah, I like FedEx. Oh yeah, yep. FedEx has big money inside of it. Yep. Buy FedEx. Buy it. FedEx is a buy. Just buy. You buy FedEx and you got to hold though. You got to be patient with FedEx. It's a very choppy stock, but lots of proof of the action. Let's put up FedEx. Look at this chart. I mean, look how good FedEx look. Look at the volume patterns of FedEx. This guy here wants to go higher. And when we're in 230 area, I'm going to be laughing to the bank. 230, 232 area. And I'll be laughing at the high flyer too. Ha 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 ha! Yeah, well, I see that FedEx is, you know, we obviously, that 225, 227 area is an area they're gonna bust. But we definitely created higher lows are being created all the time, so they're building it. Every time every test has been lower highs. So that's bullish, right? Here is lower, here is lower, here is lower. So they're building this up. They're building this. You should see some of some of the targets by some analysts are in the 270 area. So what I'm talking about is simply this 233, 235 area. But for me, there's a lot of money simply going to there, and the stock has big money. This is like a Boeing, okay? You know, Boeing just keeps rising. You know, had kept rising way back. People thought it was this. FedEx is got big money in here. You know, big money stepped in right here. This is the big money zone right over here. That's the reality. You know, that's the reality. No, you can't deny that. They pull it back. They don't want to keep it below that. Look at that. Yep. See how I simplify things? I have so many techniques, things I look at, visionary lines. I got it all, people. I got lots of weapons in my arsenal. That's why the high flyer has no chance against me plan for plan with options. No chance. And because I already, you know, the guy would say he was in Home Depot and I said to him, hold it, it can go higher. No, I'm taking profits, and the stock soared $3-4 and he left hundreds of % gains. And that proved to me that that guy doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know nothing. Anyways, you know, no. Well, you can do both. You can buy the stock or the option. I'm talking about a lot of people that can't buy they cannot buy the stock. FedEx is a $233 stock, right? So you need a lot of money to buy 100 shares of or 1,000 shares of FedEx, right? If you got $200,000 to put into FedEx, then you can get into FedEx with options and make just as much. You can make quite a bit of money with them too, with a lot less money. Right? So again, nothing's 100%. But in my opinion, FedEx favors higher prices. Just to be a patient thing, and we'll be talking about this and laughing, you know, to the bank when we are in the 230, 235 zone. I like FedEx. You know. And I like the way they've been acting, and it showed power today. One guy said about that, it showed power in the weakness. So did the SPY, right, people? Let's talk about the SPY. Look, did the SPY do anything negative? Look at that. What's negative about that? The SPY, they bought the dip. The donkey high flyer guy doesn't understand that technical. They bought the dip with volume, the moron. That's bullish. Look at the close, 255. Look at the low. They didn't go below my 254. Didn't you know? Do you notice my analysis skills? How powerful they are. Everything I say, we didn't even touch 254 today. Yo high flyer guy. You know, don't understand. And I don't understand that this is consolidation. Consolidation. I said that in my plan, didn't I, people? Seems if they were buying the iPhone 7, the iPhone 8 would have next day delivery. But you know what? You know, we can talk about the fundamentals of Apple and this all we want. You know what? The stock charts are telling me lots of problems right now. There is a confusion. Okay, that's why I say to you, decisional day. I'm going to simplify things to you. This day here is a pivot zone. In other words, if they happen to get above this and hold above that, then all bets are off that they're going to touch this. For sure, it's all gone. No way. But you start testing this level here, and that's a support zone to the 153, 154 to 153 area. Yeah, fundamentals. If stocks were above fundamentals, let me tell you about fundamentals. If stocks were above fundamentals, then the scholars would be billionaires. It's not about it's about fundamentals, but there's more to it. It's more complex than that. The market is forward thinking. It thinks differently than everybody else. When people think something is bullish or bearish, the market will be thinking it's bullish. What is more predictable is understanding market signals. You know what? I knew there was a I had a warning sign from my system about Apple when it was above 160. You notice on my stream I said if Apple goes below 160, there's word for word what I said happened, but I didn't know it was going to drop that. I was just expecting a pullback, but I knew there was some sort of a pullback coming, and then I would have taken to see what it was. To see, and look what it was. There was something in the action. I didn't like it. So and then again, strong price pattern. Like look at NVIDIA. Why is NVIDIA so strong? Well, you know, the high flyer says it's a high flyer. It's going to come crash landing. No, but the stock is you know, they're making a lot of money based on artificial intelligence. Okay, so the fundamental basis is they're making money and they have all this opportunity to make money. That's why the stock is a strong high flyer. They're not going to knock down a crappy stock like okay, AAOI is a garbage stock. Okay, let's be real. And Shop, these are junk stocks. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So Shop, right? That's a junk stock. Look at the volume. It's going up on minuscule volume. I never look at stocks like this. And look at this. It goes down on 20 million shares. Come on, people. Junk stock. Okay, that's a junk high flyer. But look at NVIDIA, people. NVDA. This is strong. You know, look at this. Low volume is a 14 million. That's why I stick to high volume stocks, people, that trade well with options. I don't trade junky stocks like AOI. So the high flyer, even though he claimed to short this is not. He's wrong on many different stocks like WYNN, Baba, Tesla, Apple, you name it. He's been short for months at a time because he doesn't understand between a strong high flyer and a junky high flyer. And I know right away. I'll look at something and I'll tell you it's junk, it's good, it's this. I'll know. I'll tell you right out. He doesn't know the difference. That's why he couldn't compare to me. He has no chance against me, none whatsoever against PowerTarget trade plan for plan. Impossible. I know. He counts on being lucky. He's super. All he is he has. He's even terrible with luck. He shorted IBM, Ting Tong, at 154. It's posted on his stream. Look at IBM. Days going against him, and he's still going to wait for it. He's going to wait. You know what? IBM, most likely, they're going to take it to like 1.7. They're going to go fill the gap. My opinion, IBM is and that's another thing why the market is bullish. Listen, you know, Big Blue is back. That's a bullish sign for the market, people. Let me tell you that. You know, market adage, Big Blue, strong above the 200-day moving average. See this gap? Big Blue wants to go there. Now, how they do that, how fast, don't know. You know, she's getting stretched a bit, but you know, she may want to relax. You know, I would like it to relax, but you know what? Big Blue could just keep moving. It's hard because Big Blue moved a lot. Look at the move it made, right? But the donkey short guy decided to short at 164, He's showing his smart skill, showing me, oh, he says he's such a good option player. How can you be a good option player if you make such stupid mistakes in shorting a stock and guessing like he does? That's guesswork. SPY options, I don't. You know what? I prefer the individual stocks. The reason why you could use the SPY. You could go with the SPY if you like. Yeah, you know they trade really well. Go with you know what, people? That's a good question. Let's take a look at the November. You know what? Why I could talk about the SPY options if you like. So let's talk about this today. You know what? I tell you right now. You see SPY cracking 256. Go along with the 256 November 17 calls right here. And because SPY could go to 258. Okay, Trent, you see what I'm doing over here? Look at that. You buy. You see SPY go above 256. Just hold on to some nice, if you like the SPY. Hold on to some nice November 17. Look at them. You know how much they cost? They're going to cost you about $220 per option. Maybe they'll double. They'll go to $400 per option if the SPY the SPY goes to 254, 258 in a couple of weeks. Or you could take profits along the way. Right, so if you like to go long the SPY, yeah, SPY looking really good, by the way. Very strong. This is a very strong day. If you get again above 256, 256 and a half, a very strong sign. Go with the November 17, 256 calls and squeeze the high flyer. High flyers been short long time the SPY and getting desecrated. Short over here, just getting squeezed like a lemon. Oh God! Every time I see stocks like Tesla still in the 360 area. That guy was talking about shorting Tesla, told people to sell. It's a short at 280, at 300. Wrong. Oh God! Oh, I got a cramp on my side from laughing so hard. Oh man! That guy. Apple, people, Apple, yeah. Pivotal point. Netflix hot. Sandra, load YouTube on the live stream and type the search Cartmander, that's high flyer. Cartmander, that's high flyer. No, high flyer. You got to type in hashtag high flyer on a stock twits, and that'll show you who the high flyer is that I'm talking about. Because hashtag high flyer, that's how he describes all the stocks. They're all high flyers. So they're all all the high flyers are the same. Nvidia's a high flyer. The guy was shorting Nvidia at 140. Let's put up Nvidia. Let's laugh. I swear to you guys, I'll tell you a story. True story. Yep. No word of a lie. This was their earnings move right over where was that damn huge move? Yeah, I think yeah. The guy shorted it on the earnings pop, just like a thing. And instead of going long, he shorts Nvidia because it's a high flyer. And where's Nvidia today? That's how bad the high flyer is. The guy says on his stream that he quotes Jesse Livermore, but he doesn't listen to the market. He listens to his own self. That's why I know he's a super bad, terrible, worst trader I ever seen on the planet. Well, yeah, but you don't put so much into one, especially something like Tesla, and especially weekly options. No. That's not what you do with Tesla. You got to remember Tesla. You want safer plays. The SPY, Netflix, the SPY, Netflix, and NFLX, X Steel on confirmation, right? Especially SPY call options. Do you think he's? I don't know. You know what? And if he is, I'm telling it how it is, right? I know people will agree with me. I like to see him. I would have a discussion and say, how do you prove? You were shorting Nvidia at 140, and look where Nvidia is. You were talking about shorting Tesla, and you've been wrong for months and months and months. And again, his new short was shorting IBM, and that's how I can. And then I told him, I said, every time he posts something of relevance, it shows the truth. When he posts stuff, oh, it's going down, he's posting what's already happening. So what? When he posts what he's actually getting into, he shorts high flyers. And I told like I tell everybody, not all high flyers are the same. Nvidia is a super stock. You don't want to short Nvidia. Nvidia's been going higher. It's probably going to go higher. They're going to play around like Netflix. These are super stocks. Apple's a super stock too. Just that they're now playing around with it. It's in a big, huge chop zone. Yeah, Netflix looks good. Netflix is a super stock. How do we get ahead? There's no head and shoulders pattern. Netflix is setting up to go higher. We just got to wait for the power. I talked about Netflix, you know. Look at this. Wow, 1 hour ago. This is fun. I had so much fun I have fun doing these live streams. A lot of people come and watch them. People messaging, talking. We have fun. I could talk about you know, we'll see. You know, maybe talking about the high flyer and some examples of how the stocks are doing. We can have a big laugh, people. It's funny to me. Every time I see IBM go up higher, I laugh. When it doesn't pull back much, I laugh. You know, when Apple goes to 200, I'm going to be laughing. You know why? Because he's still short Apple. You know, he believes that Apple's going to go to 120, but that's a guess. It can happen, but you know what? It's not been showing that, and I think the world would have to end for that to happen, if you ask me. That's how powerful Apple is. You know, if it's going to happen, it's going to give. But right now, you know, Apple is bullish through the roof. Well, yeah, but you probably win on very cheap puts, right? 500. When you say 500%, if you're buying these 20-cent things, right? I mean, do that with big money options. When you buy a lot of puts, you're taking a lot of risk. If you're buying a lot, like I don't know how many thousands of dollars you're buying, right? But if you're buying cheap puts, it goes against you. Cash, not class. Apple has enough, yeah, that's why, just to support its own stock for a long time. Yeah, but it makes money through the roof, Ting Tong. It makes money through the roof, Apple. But X Steel, people, you know what? This stock here has what it takes. Volume pattern, everything I'm looking at has what it takes to go to 32, 31 to 32. And you know what? A $4 move on X Steel, lots of dollar bills that can be made, and this stock can move. You know, look at this guy. Look at this stock. Look at it, people. 24. You know, don't think this sucker to move $4 is nothing. It's long term. It's a long term in the making. On confirmation, I really like to see the power in that 28.15 to 28.30 zone. So we'll look for volume. You know, volume is still getting there, and we need volume. Good volume is very good. I don't know if 150 is a bottom. What market guys? You know what, people? I don't guess like the guessers do. You know, what I said. I tell you what I'm going to tell you. Like I told. Let me. You know, because people who maybe missed it. I'm going to tell you about Apple because Apple's good. Apple right now. I don't like Apple to trade right now at all. Not for tomorrow, anyways, because there's no setup here. See, this is called a decision zone, Chen Wing. Decision zone bar day. And what that means to me is if we get above this high, which is 57.08, not just get above it, some sort of basing, all bets are off that we're going to go and test 150. But if they go below 154, there is a chance that they're going to go test 153. Now, how they test 153 will give us more clues. Now, if there's support and some good action, I may see a signal. I will report. I will make updates, people, about Apple if I see one. But right now, Apple has to tell us some information right now, and this is called a decision zone. Anything else is a guess right now. But I'm telling you, all my statistical facts say Apple's at a decision zone. Decision zone. If you're just doing shares, you can just add. Yeah, but look at some people own shares. Look at long term. I am a long term holder. I own shares of Apple since the 5-7-to-1 split. So that means my average price is about $82 as a long term hold, right? So for me, you know, and long-term shareholders get dividends and they make money. And I've been trading options. I hold shares and trade options, and I've also done leaps, and leaps could be used as well. But man, lately Apple's in what I call a massive chop zone right now, and earnings are going to tell us something. And we're going to need earnings. I don't know whether they're going to take Apple to test 164 anymore. We need more information, people. We're not going to guess. You know what? We don't know. We don't know the bottom of Apple yet. Oh, 146 bottom? No. Look it. We don't know. And if it was to go to test 146, it could go low. It could go even worse than that. But I highly listen. You know what, Ed? I'm not going to guess. Listen. We have to look at statistics. I look at right now. First of all, the only thing I want to talk about Apple right now is that it's in a decision zone. I'm not going to guess how far it's going to go down because you know what? I don't want to talk about negativity things, right? But I know the market will give us more clues. And right now, to me, the market looks like they're going to want to test this lower, at least to the 154 area. And they may not. And you know what? I'm going to look for that reversal signals. I'm going to look for that thing. But right now, as it stands, we need some time. And definitely tomorrow is going to be a very choppy day. It could even go lower for all we know. You know what? That's not for us to guess, right? Because there's nothing good set up about Apple right now. It needs time. That's my point, people. Of course it did that. They did that. Of course, Tony, they did that. Oh, you're gonna see the people who were in the October 60 calls. Let's look at this. There was a lot of people in the October 2160 calls. Okay, they're 7 cents. See, they're 7 cents, man. Those things were I think they were like $1 something just a few days ago. They're 7 cents now. They screwed all the October option players, and there's tons of them. All got killed. All of them going to get killed. All got killed. Yep. Yep. That's what happened today. And I would have lost a big chunk of option plans too if I didn't get out of option. If I didn't get out of, but listen, I didn't know they were going to crush Apple this hard down, right? I did know a pullback was in the cards though. That I did warn about it, but not like this. Now that it's done this, it's telling a new story, and I don't think it's going to simply just miraculously run up now on a high volume day like this. My opinion. Well, we'll see what it says. We'll let the market tell us more facts. I will give you better updates. What I am focusing on, people, Netflix. These are the hot stocks. Netflix, FCX, Lulu. They're easy money. Easy money on confirmation. I don't care. You know what? I'm so strict on confirmation, you have no idea. I'm so strict on confirmation. Even though I know that I have a great feeling of this, I'm only happy when I see confirmation. That's how I am, people. And I found confirmation saves you from a lot of harm. More often than not. Any other people? Any other messages, people? Anybody? Any questions about Apple or the high flyer #highflyer guy? Hi, how do you like BlackBerry? You know, BlackBerry has got a lot of problems. I don't want to talk about BlackBerry. BlackBerry, you know, I talked about it. I made an update, and the volume is a big friggin' problem with BlackBerry. That's the reality of BlackBerry. Big problem with BlackBerry. I think until it shows the power and pressure through the 11 zone, the 1175 zone. Tesla, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that happened with Tesla. Yeah, Tesla was very tricky the way they broke that out. This is it happens. You know, what can I tell you? It happens. There was very mixed signals over there, but it could reverse tomorrow. I'm focusing on Netflix. You know what I do? You know what I do? If I see a new signal in Tesla, I'll make my money back in Tesla. I'll just get into another plan. So I lost money in Tesla, but I've also made a lot of money. I lost money in Tesla. I can guarantee you. I know this. I'm telling you now, people. I lost money in Tesla. I can't deny it. I'm not going to lie like the high flyer guy who loses money left, right, and center. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make my money back in Tesla. But you know what I like better than Tesla right now? Netflix and X Steel. All you gotta do is get into some new plans and make killer money. Yeah, Because you know what? I don't lose that often, but I do lose. Look, I tell you people, everybody loses money. This Tesla trade was a horrible loss for me. You know, but you know, like I was trying to explain, so it did not confirm perfectly the way I wanted to. I gave it the benefit of doubt. It was tricky, and that's how it is. And you know what? That's how it goes. So what do? I move on. I refocus, and I believe that my system will make that money back for me and then some. So that's how it goes. I'm not going to keep holding and being wrong like the high flyer, hashtag high flyer guy who's still wrong. WYNN for 4 or 5 months in a row. That's not how you want to be. Power Trigger Trade tells you the truth, the facts. 80% correct most of the time, and when I'm right huge. Look at the money we made in Netflix. All I gotta do is catch another big run up. Yeah, it could run up tomorrow, and then it makes another signal, and we make money in Tesla. We'll see. You know what, Ed? We'll see. Yes, it could run up tomorrow. Yeah, it could. But you know what? I'm not gonna guess it. You know, it could. The reality of Tesla is it could do that. You're right, 100%. 1 hour 60-minute stream. So I did answer a lot of questions, people, about Apple. I think the best part of the stream was the Apple. What's confirmation on Netflix tomorrow? Well, confirmation on Netflix is about hi Facebook, please. Yeah, Facebook I don't like too much. Facebook is very difficult. You know, it can go higher, Facebook, but it's difficult. You want to know what's a better stock? Netflix. Netflix is better. You want to make more. You know what's easier money to make, or more money you can make, is Netflix. Because earnings are finito here. There's no earnings here. Nothing. No earnings. Earnings are out of the way. You got a bull flag, but there's something. Now, what's the confirmation? If we get 1 million breaking through 195, boom, go into 200 October 27 calls. If the volume isn't there, watch your basing above 196, 197, and look for power towards 198. You see that power, another way to enter, and you'll hold. Because it's got to really get through the 198, 199 zone. If this stock starts closing above 200, oh, be very happy. A close of 200. Then the next time they try to pop it, they can go and take Netflix to the 205, 210 area. Now, depends what happens tomorrow. I may be making an update this weekend on Netflix. Tesla riding up a trend line. Yeah, you know, Tesla is ready. The son of a, you know, the sucker is ready, getting ready. You know, for all we know, next week could be the week that Tesla rocks and rolls. We'll see. Right now, I'll be honest with you. If there's a stock the stocks I really like even better than Tesla right now is Netflix. I like Netflix. I really do. I like X Steel. I like FCX. I like Lulu. On confirmation. And my videos have explained it, and I've explained it in this live stream. Anyone else want to type a message out there, people? Anyone else want to type a message out there? Don't be shy. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the stream, people. Everybody, click the like the stream button. Hey, what do you really think about Netflix? I told you this ting tong already. AMD, you know, I don't know. AMD is one of those things where you hold, if they want to break it up, 115 is a massive resistance zone, failure zone multiple times for AMD. I don't really like AMD. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many other stocks that are better, easier to trade. I find AMD is a difficult stock to trade, my opinion. Are you in any farm? No, I'm not. Though J&J did very well recently. That was something I did cover. Earnings Tuesday for what? Oh, for AMD? Yeah, so you know what? Who knows what AMD is going to do? You know, it's one of those risks. If you're thinking it's going to go up, you know, you hold an option. You know what I mean? Or, you know, or you could wait for it to, you know what? Look at Netflix had earnings. There was no way to make money on earnings. They screwed both the longs and the shorts. You know, they did not make it easy. They made it look pretty good over here. They took it down because the majority was bullish, probably. More money to screw the call. Now we've created a pattern, and they could take the sucker higher. My opinion. I don't know whether they do it. They might give a good signal tomorrow. They might relax it, and we might get a signal coming next week. But if there's a stock that's itching to go higher, that can go to, like, say, 205 to 215, it's Netflix. And you know what? It's better setup. And I don't have any. CMG is a downtrending stock. Right? Yeah, I don't know about UNH. You know, I tell you right now, X is a very safe stock on confirmation, right? JCP, right? Yeah, like I said, Nat, confirmation. You know what? I don't care whatever everybody says. I looked at the charts and everything, and there are signals. If X can show the power through 28.15 to the 28.30 zone, they can take X to 31.32. That's huge gains on those 28 November 17, 28 calls. X can move, man. X can move. Steel, the material stocks are hot. FCX, it's set up very well. They did a downgrade. Okay, there's options. They're buying options like crazy. Again, we'll wait for confirmation. But if they can confirm, here's what I'm getting at. If they can confirm, I really like them. If they don't confirm, I will avoid. But if they can confirm, I'm excited, because if they confirm, they're telling me, yes, PowerTarget trade, we're gonna go and make you some great dollar bills. Right? I'm not gonna guess. Okay. But the stocks like FedEx, the FedEx has already told me it's going higher. There's a lot of positive signals and big money's in FedEx. You just got to be patient. FedEx is being tricky. There's some baloney games being happened, but today's action is proof that FedEx is strong and well. You know, any stock that was able to reverse today, look at X, showed power. Look at FCX, people. Look at the SPY, right? Look what the SPY did. These are positive signs. I told people, if you want to go long, people ask me about the options. I'll tell you about the options now. This is my opinion. If you like the SPY, right, you go long these November 17, 256 calls. 10,000 contracts. There's a tight spread, 3 cents. Lots of money to be made in the SPY. SPY strong. Market strong. Yeah, FCX confirmation is already confirmed. It's a buy. You buy FedEx. It's already confirmed long time ago. They've just been playing games in a chop zone. It's a matter because FedEx can move at any given time. You know, you can wait for, if you want to. I'll tell you another way to do that. If you like FCX confirmation, FCX, look for volume and power through 15. If there's no power, you'll notice a stronger volume coming in. Watch for basing above 15. Look for power towards 1550 to 1525. At this moment in time, 15 and 1525 to even 1550 are key pivotal zones. And the options are cheap, but the potential is high. You want to buy in the money minimum, neither the 14 November 17 calls or the 15. Either one. You don't want to go farther out. You don't want to go buy too cheap options. You want to buy something in the money that'll give you the most safest entry, highest probability to make some good dollar bills. Because the 15 calls are cheap. Let's go to FCX quickly, people. And we'll go to the options chain. And we'll go to November. You see, look at this. 7.5K options were traded, and they might confirm. Here's the thing. FCX might confirm around 70 cents, 70 to 75 to 80 cents per option. Could be even less. So between the 70 to 80 cent range, we'll say. And these suckers can turn to $300 per option, my opinion. Maybe even more, especially it's set up in a way to get to 18. But it's got to show us some power in those zones. 15 to 1550 zone volume. It could start at as low as 15. The key is volume, right? You see strong volume. That's what you want with this, right? And so for example, we'll put up 10-minute chart. I mean, after hours there seems to be a, let's see, this seems to be a bit of a pop there after hours, but there's no, but you know, example, you know, we can say that good action volume for you know, for FCX now is about 2 million on a 10-minute chart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Boy, these. So let's see here daily. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel daily. It's key to participate because some people can just watching. Watching is boring. Want to participate, ask questions. And you know what? There's going to be some other cool things I'm going to be doing with the live chat. A little bit different. A lot of different interaction I want to do. I want to, you know, we'll see how well how these go in productive and being good, positive for both me and the followers. So any people, any other questions? You know, type away, man. Someone type some questions quickly because if not, I'm gonna, you know, we will send the stream. I'm getting kind of tired here talking. You know, I don't know. Yesterday I did a 2-hour stream, but today at an hour, 1 out of 25 chances high flyer is watching. Haha. Yeah. You know what? The fact of the matter is I'm telling the truth about the high flyer. No lie. What's your favorite chart time frame? You know what? I have no. They're all important to me. 130-minute chart, 195-minute chart, a 78-minute chart, 10-minute chart, 30-minute chart, 65-minute chart, weekly chart, monthly chart. It depends on what I'm looking for. Like when I'm doing my analysis, sometimes I you know, I'll use the down to the 3-minute chart. I mean, it really depends, you know. You know, JD has to confirm. That's the problem with JD. These Chinese stocks. I mean, it looked like it was going to confirm, you know, but it didn't confirm JD. So unless JD confirms, it's an avoid. You know, you know, that's my opinion on JD. It's just not confirming. I don't know, like. They pulled it back today, you know what I mean? I mean, it didn't even show strength, which is really ridiculous. I mean, if it showed strength, it would show promise, but it showed no strength. These Chinese stocks, I don't know. Usually that's a good reversal, but this guy, this time, JD didn't want to confirm. But if it confirms, maybe it'll be good, you know? I think if it breaks the zone of that chart that I explained, then yeah, then JD could be good. That's my opinion on JD right now. You know, like I always tell people, all my plans, you know what, they don't mean anything to me until they confirm. I'm happy about them, but when they confirm, remember that, people. Confirmation is key. Yes, I hope this was very helpful for people. If you always help a few people, that's how it works in this world. Somebody learned something. We had some fun, you know. People had fun with the high flyer stories. We'll have a lot of high flyer stories to talk about because it's never ending. Until he wants to admit he's wrong and he lost money, he will be the joke of the year. Yep, I believe he'll be the joke of the year. My opinion. Yep. You know. When IBM is at $170, I'll be laughing hard, ha ha ha, because I know how he thinks, and he can't be wrong. You see, that's how. Thanks for the live good work. Thank you, Nat. Tony, I didn't hear confirmation. Yeah, there's no confirmation. Yeah, yes, right. So Lulu needs to break above. What I like is to get above 60-50 on some volume. Now, if the volume seems weak, because that's the thing about Lulu, volume has been kind of, you know, sucky. But I think that if it gets above 60-50, shows power, or base above 60-50, shows power towards 61, it's a good buy between the 60-50 to 61 area. Yeah, I'm gonna do a weekend one. I'm gonna definitely do a weekend one. I'll see how the weekend one goes. Like, it depends on the demand and the people showing up. But the weekend one, it should be good, right? As people who are serious about making money in the market, being able to talk to me, me talking about plans, talking about what's happening. It's a little bit different now. You know, when I do these live streams, then I don't make video. It's too much to do make video plans and live streams. This live stream, I spent an hour and a half talking blah 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 blah. It's draining, but I felt like doing some live streams. So live streams are gonna be not too many, but I'll have them. And then I gotta make the videos and the plans, and the key about making money. But I'm gonna do the live videos, and so people want to, and as long as people show up and there's been good demand, I like what I've been seeing, and good questions, and more people start typing questions and signing up, subscribing to the channel, then I'll keep making these live streams. You are addicted to live stream. You know what, Jason? If the live streams continue to show me that they're helpful, yeah, I like them. If they do not, we'll see. Like if there's a use for them, I'm going to do them. That's how I am, If I see a use, I do them. I know the videos are very useful. Yeah, I'm going to do something on Saturday. I'm just getting tired now, to be honest with you. This is great. Yeah, and I think you guys will love it. Like I said, we can talk about the, about some of the plans and what's happening. We can talk about Apple, what happened on Friday, and we'll talk about Apple and my take on Apple. And thank you, Jay. Did you a new subscriber, J A? Because just J A, right? That's the name it shows, right? Thanks for the nice live chat session. Yes, new. Have you subscribed to the channel, J A? You got a question for me? You came in this channel or stream for something? You got a question? Oh, you've been watching the videos, but you haven't subscribed though. Have you subscribed to the channel? You've been a subscriber, or just you're new, or the first time being a live stream? Yeah. Tell the people. Well, they are good. How many good plans? Yes, saw you on StockTwits. Okay. Yeah, but are you a subscriber on the YouTube channel? If you aren't, make sure you subscribe. It's very good to subscribe on all formats. How long have you been a subscriber on the YouTube channel, JR? Just today, or for a week, or? You have any questions? Just found you just found you. Okay, so today you're a subscriber to everything then, I guess, right? You have any questions, JR? You have any quick questions? Thank you, Tony. Go send a message to the high flyer guy, hashtag high flyer guy, about that. That'll make his blood boil if you want to have some fun. He'll probably block you. He'll do you a favor if he blocks you. He's doing anybody he blocks, he's doing them a favor, because he spews nothing but junk, in my humble opinion. Just junk. Right. Yeah, well, the videos explain a lot. Yeah, Tony, you want to have fun with a high flyer? Tell him how much you enjoy my stuff, and he'll either he'll block you, or it'll be fun. You can report to me. You can report to me, and then we can have fun with that, as part of this thing. Plus, we talk about serious stuff, funny things. A lot of people like to, why talk about that? That guy's a good guy to talk about, because he's a great person to learn not to be like. Don't be like that guy. If you want to lose a lot of money, yeah, you know what? Funny thing, P player, I said to the guy, I'd love to have a boxing match with him, I told him that. That's a funny thing. I said a lot of people would love to see me and you in a boxing match. He wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He wouldn't stand a chance in a boxing match. You know what, people? everybody to say to him, we want to see you have a boxing match at Power Trick or Trade. You know what I mean? Come on. We want to see you. We want to see you make plans and like him, and you guys go at it professionally in a professional manner. I even said to him, and I try to be professional with the guy, but the guy was a child with me. I said, let's go. Let's be professional about this. Let's organize. First, I said to him, let's just organize a plan for plan, and let's show everybody, the let's show everybody the truth. Let everybody, and I'm pretty sure everybody would like to see. Wouldn't everybody like to see Power Trick or Trade plans versus stock bookie option plans? But the guy makes excuses that he has his private clients and all these things. Oh yeah, you know what? I feel sorry for anybody who's with that guy. Well, he shorted IBM, man. What kind of skill is that? You short IBM at 154 and the stock goes to 160? That's called guessing. That's what you don't short IBM. To me, was looking like a good long. I mean, the options made 100%. Yeah. So anybody, you know what? Just request him. You send him some messages. Hey, I like to see you. But anyways, he'll block you. The guy stands no chance against me. I already know this. He's been wrong. The IWM, the market he said all he does is complain about the SPY. Oh, the volume's low. Grandma, algorithm machines. If you enter a confirmed trade and it pulls back and you exit it, if it reverses and pushes through again, would you re-enter? Oh, I think you asked me about that. That's right. That's a good question. Most of the times, no. It depends on the setup. FedEx is the kind of stock that I would do something like that. But here's the reality, Abnot. Most of the times, no. I'll give you an example. Netflix. These are the kind of plans. I like my plans. You know what? I don't like pullbacks. Like I hate that. I like this. I get into a plan of a boom. Okay? That's when that's the best plans. The plans that are directional. I hate buying pullbacks and playing that. The only that I did that with FedEx is unique because I know it's more of a support reversal plan. And they happen to do it again because I know it's just some game being played. And I know big money's inside that. Yeah, I think 220 would be which again it already look at it, we bounced $4 off of 220. So 220. Yeah, but like I said, anything's possible. But the big money, the volume, the way they brought volume, the way FedEx went down on low volume. That means the big money's inside, and I know this. I know this from I tell you seriously, BA. When I was bullish BA back below when it was less than $200 a share, big money had entered the day it broke out in the 196 area, and that was a support zone, and that's why I knew it was super bullish. And since that day, it's why it's been so high in the air still. And you know what? And High Flyer shorted that stock and was wrong all the time. And so many people were wrong because they don't understand that not all high flying stocks are the same. They're super stocks that keep going higher and higher and higher and higher, just like Google. $200, $300, $400, $500. The high flyers can go as high as they want to go. They're not AOI. They're not chop. Those are junk. Low volume stocks are junk. The ones that don't trade with good options, I think they're junk. That's my opinion. If you have a confirmed entry, could you take a higher strike than recommended? No. Whatever I say, listen, whatever you see me say, those are the best option. I'll tell you when I tell you in my plans, I'm looking out for the best interest of everybody. That's the reality. You don't want to go. You want to buy the right kind of options because that protects you too. If you go too far out, you could lose money. That's the reality. Anybody else have any quick questions? This Power Trick or Trade is getting tired talking. The only reason why I've been talking is I've been getting more and more questions. Just that, you guys gotta type them out, right? To communicate, type. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. You guys want to see more live streams? The more people that like it, the stream motivates me to do things, right? Because this is work. You know, doing this live stream, it's work. How do you handle a position that you are in and it's open? Apple bought November. Yeah, well, you know, I told you about Apple right now. You know, in November the 3rd, you know what? Anything's possible right now. Apple's in a decisional zone. In other words, we need to see how they handle the 157 and the 155 pivot to make it simple right now. And I'll be making an update on that. But right now, my friend, right now, way out. Did you sign? Are you a subscriber to the YouTube channel? Way out. Well, it looks like way out, but way I don't know. You subscriber? Let me put up Apple though, because I mean, Wayne. Okay, Wayne. So Wayne, no, like I said, beginning. You know, Apple here. This is a pivotal day. Above 157, a good sign. Below that, and they can go test 153 is possible. I'm not saying they're going to do, but it's possible. We need more information. But right now, it's a pivotal zone. They can fluctuate it. For all we know, they could chop it in between 155 and 157. But at the same time, until we get above 157, 153, 154, 153, and 150 are still possible targets for Apple to go to. That is the problem. And it opens lower the following day. Do you exit? You know what? That depends. It depends. Most of the time, that's not what happens. That's the reality. The reality is we don't have to worry about those things. The reality is like Netflix. The reality is this, like Apple. Let me give you an example. Perfect. I got Apple's chart. We confirmed on Monday, okay, and we went up. Money. It went up as well, but then this day we stalled. When we were supposed to break 161, we did not. Then I complained about it. I talked about the 160. We failed to hold 160, and that was the negative signal. Now, I didn't know they were going to do this, but I knew there was going to be some sort of a pullback, that they needed to relax it. Watch MM screw the puts and close this side. It's possible. But you know what? They can keep it. Yeah, it's possible. You know, anything's possible. But I'm not going to guess P-player. I'm saying that those are the possibilities, but that's a pivotal zone. And for all we know, they get it right above 157 tomorrow. That all we know is that's the pivotal zone. That's good, and we watch for see how it bases above it, right? But right now, I don't think it's going to be that easy. That Apple's going to just fly up in the air. They didn't drop it for no reason. They want to keep it down. They want to keep it down to screw the option. More the call players than anything. More the call players than anything else, if you ask me. Believe me, a lot of call players got, especially the October 20s, they lost money. Lots of money was lost in the options. All options. You know, even the 160 November calls got a good hit today. But I exited those. I decided I was going to pay for higher, pay for the proof, or buy lower. And I got my wish. I'm going to buy lower. You know what I mean, people? But there was a strategy behind it. There was no guessing. You know, you see what I posted on the stream? There's no guessing. Statistical measurement. Well, if you made some money then on those puts, then I would assume, eh? I didn't expect it to drop so much. Anyways, people, I gotta go eat now. Time for me to eat. 1 hour and 45 minutes talking on here. My stream should have answered a lot of questions, people. You can review the live stream. Don't forget to like the live stream, people, and look out for me on Saturday. And let's talk, people. Let's talk, people. All right, people. Let's talk about everything. Thank you guys for showing up, and you know, prepare your questions. And you know, look over the symbols that, you know, I have plans for everything. FCX. Of course, I've kind of updated it through the live streams. what time Saturday? I think about 10:30 to 11 a.m. in the morning. But my time now. For example, right now, I think it's Eastern in Canada. In Toronto, it's 7:41 p.m. Okay, or 7:41 p.m. So whatever that time, so you figure out the time difference that you're in based on what I just said right now, because right now it's 7:41. That'll give you the idea. What I'll do is I'll put a heads up. I'm going to do a live stream in an hour. I'll give a one hour heads up on the stream. People to see it, they see this timestamp on the stock twits and they'll figure it out. I'll give it a heads up. Like I gave a heads up, a half an hour heads up, I was going to do a live stream. And then if you're subscribed, you're going to, even if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel will tell you. If you go look, oh, he's up, right? It'll give you a probably thing. You can tell the channel to tell you, PowerTarget Trades are doing a live stream. You know what I mean? It'll tell you if you do your settings right. That's why I say people subscribe. All right, people, I'm going. Thanks for showing up, people, and that you know, I hope you found this very helpful. These are my true thoughts. You know, no guessing, no hemming and hawing. All strategy, people, all all number based. I don't guess for nothing, people. All right, people, have a good one.